Yeah, like I said the other day, we're done with anything new to add to this unit. We're going to get a couple days to review some of the stuff before our test, though. So go ahead and find the perimeter on that rectangle. Jacob, what'd you get? Nope. Ford? So the first thing you need to do, you need to distribute. So the 2 is going to get multiplied by each part on the inside. So we'd have 8x minus 6. That means the bottom here, also 8x minus 6. Left side here, x plus 9. So now we combine our like terms. Add up all our variables. 8 plus 8 is 16, plus 1 makes 18x. When we combine the constants, it's a lot of times going to be easier if you do the positives and the negatives separately first and then put them together. So 9 plus 9 makes a plus 18. 6 and 6 makes a minus 12. Then signs are different, so you subtract those two numbers. Gives you 6. It's a plus 6 because the plus 18 was a bigger number. Okay? Any questions on that one? Test, definitely going to see one of those. I would guess, very good chance, the next check-in, your DOG, also going to see something like that. They like these types of questions with perimeter, area, stuff, and you see that more like throughout the find the value of the expression 7x minus 3y if x equals 2 and y equals 4. Sydney? 2 is correct. So you plug the numbers in for the variables. 2 is going in for x. Well, you have to remember that's 7 times x. So when you plug in the 2, we got to add that multiplication symbol also. It's not going in and making 72. Then we got minus 3y. Y is 4. Same type idea. We do 3 times 4. 7 times 2 is 14. 3 times 4 is 12. 14 minus 12 gives us 2, like she said. Okay? Any questions on that one? As I said, when you substitute, just make sure you're adding in that multiplication symbol. All right, find the missing value on that table. Basically, this is a substitution problem as well. Try what you got. 21 is correct. All right, a lot of times, or probably most of the time, they're pretty nice with these types of problems and they give you the equation we're going to use. Then, since we're trying to find this y value here, we need to use this x value right there in the equation. So we still got the 2. X comes out, we put the 8 in. Again, we got to have that multiplication symbol. And we got the plus 5. So 2 times 8 is 16. 16 plus 5 gives us 21, like she said. Questions on that one? So again, those give you the equation. They should be a relatively easy problem to do. It's just doing the substitution and following the math like it says. One of the things they'll sometimes do is they'll list a table. All right, let's go ahead and we'll go 1. Let's just do something super simple, okay? So they'll list something where it looks like there's a pattern. Just be aware it doesn't always have to follow the pattern. So if we got 2, 3, 5, then I mean the next one's 6, because sometimes it'll skip the pattern on the other side too. So just be aware of that. Sometimes I do try to get a little tricky that way. All right, solve for x. Mason, what you got? 2/3 works. All right, so right here, what type of math is that right there? Multiplication. So we're going to divide by 3/4. Right? Writing it like a fraction looks really weird when you got fractions, but basically what we're doing is 1/2 divided by 3/4. Order definitely matters, okay? Got to have them in the right order. So what it is equal to is the number that goes first on that division, okay? So the 1/2 needs to go first. What do we do when we divide fractions? Keep, change, flip. You said like 8 flips, it sounded like. 1/2, change it to multiplication, flip the second fraction. Multiply then, straight across top, straight across bottom. You get 4/6, which then Mason simplified. 2 goes into both of those, so that gives you 2/3. Okay? Not so bad, right? Is that everything that's on your test? No, not exactly. We'll go over some more stuff tomorrow. We do this graph and all that. There's a couple other things we got to add to it. I know graphs are a little tougher from your seats, but go ahead and try that one. I can read that from the back of the room. I know some of y'all cannot, though. Need the equation. Not get in fights. Sarah E., what you got? Well, we'll give it to her. All right, what was she missing? X, we need the other variable. So she's got y equals 7x. We need that variable, okay? Equations for a graph will have two variables. What we need to do is you need to find a point that's on a corner. All right, there is only one point on a corner of the grid lines on this one. That's that point right there. Then you find the y and x values. Y value is 35. X value is 5. So the math we're doing to get that coefficient is y divided by x on the graph. So we got 35 divided by 5. 35 divided by 5 gives us 7, and then we're just putting that in front of x, or if they gave us a different variable, that one. Okay? Do you have a question?